Okay, we're going to talk about filtering and blocking addresses. The whole mindset on filtering is you have to remember if you set up a filter, how you're going, where you're sending that filter to. Because by setting up a filter, those emails may leave the inbox and go straight into the place that you tell them to. So we're going to create a new filter, and then you can play with these by all means. If you want to use them, they are very organized and great tools, but I don't want you to lose them and then miss some emails that are really important because that'll get us all in trouble. Here we go. If we create a new filter, and I'm going to say I want to create any filter from Jennifer Johnson, okay? And then it doesn't have to have a subject or anything to it, but down at the bottom, right when I click next, I get to say, when a message arrives that matches this search, I'm going to say apply the label, and I could say make a new label and call it Jennifer Johnson. Okay, and I want to nest that under 1718. Okay, or I could say star it. And if I star it, where's it going to go? It's going to go into the start. Now, as I'm creating this label, notice down to the bottom, it already finds one matching conversation because it already says, oh, Jennifer has already emailed. Do you want to apply that? If I choose this and click create, then my filter will be created. Another thing you might want to do is mark it always as important. In other words, so you don't overlook these emails. All right. So when I create this filter, my filter was created. I'm going to go back into my regular inbox and I'm going to see how this works. Okay, so if I now click on Jennifer Johnson, did it move mine over here? Yes, it did, because I told it to go back and find any of those. All right, also if I look in here to Jennifer and Johnson, did it put a star by it? Sure did, because in that filter we told it to make it a star. And then when I look here, look what it did to that. It took that email, it starred it put it in this folder. And so in other words, what are filters doing? They're kind of organizing ourselves on the backside. All right. So filters are totally up to you. I just want you to know that they're out there. If you create a filter, I want you to snip this little section right here and send that to me so I have proof that you created a filter. And again, if you create a filter and you say, whoa, this filter is not going good for me, Lisa, I don't like it, all you got to do is click the block here, the little box there, and just delete it. And now when I delete it, my filter is no longer there. Okay. All right, forwarding and pop-up. Will you really use this, leave this alone because this is controlled mostly on the backside. Um, you can sometimes add a forwarding address, but you can also do that by creating a filter. So I think basically they'd rather you create a filter and have everything forward to you rather than messing with this. Chat, notice our chat is on. You can save the chat to history, and sometimes that's good if you're chatting back and forth. You can save that, and then it will go to a file for you. If you've ever chatted with like a marketing company or AT&T or something, they usually send you to your email the chat, and that's what saving the chat would allow you to do. Okay. Okay, on the labs, this is experimental stuff, so we're gonna stay away from the labs. Offline, I'd still have a hard time figuring out how I would use Gmail offline. I'm sure all of you have a reason, but I don't ever install it too, because email is so current and always active, I can't really see how to use it offline. Themes, these are just like themes we set. For our whole Google Chrome, there's tons of themes you can set on your email. All right, so I'm just going to choose one. I'll choose the beach one right here. And then when I close it, you see it's going to take over my theme. And then I can change it at any time. And I can just change it to a different color. What if I wanted theme just to be dusk, just to be a blue? And notice that I'm just clicking on those and I close this and then the theme is there. So when I come back, what has it done? It's just changed the theme to this point. Okay, so that kind of, you can take a snip of this if you change the theme and just snip something we've talked about in this little tutorial to upload to me. This kind of covers all of our settings underneath our mail. The next thing we're going to pop into is the calendar, and we're going to try to cover mail and calendar within the same course. Thanks.